तदैकप्रियदर्शनम् अज्ञाननाशकं देवं सद्गुरुं मुरलीधरम्।
वृषाही वृषभो विष्णुर्वृषपर्वा वृषोदरः वर्धनो वर्धमानश्च विविक्तश्रुतिसागरः। वृषाहिणे नमः।
Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padal says, Vrishaha dharmaha punyam tadevahaha prakasha samarthyat. Vrishaha means dharma or punya. It is Bhagavan who reveals dharma. Bhagavan alone is capable of throwing light on dharma, so Bhagavan is called Vrishahi. Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padal further says, Yajna Vishesho va dvadashahadihi kratuhu vrishahaha sosyasti iti vrishahi. Bhagavan is the enjoyer or the performer of yajna or sacrifice, so Bhagavan is called Vrishahi. Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Nikhila Mangalamkura Arpana Dinatvat Vrisharupam Dharmarupam Ahaha Asya Pratamabhigamana Divasam Vrishahi. He also interprets Vrishaha as Dharma. He says Bhagavan is called Vrishahi because that day on which a devotee first approaches Bhagavan or has the Pratama Darshan of his Guru, that day is the most righteous day or a day of Dharma, because that is when the inauguration of all auspiciousness happens for that devotee. When Akrura is urged by Kamsa to go to Vrindavan to bring Bhagavan back to Mathura, Akrura feels the day of the journey to Vrindavan is the most auspicious day. He says, Adya me saphalam janma suprabhata cha me nisha yad unnidrabja patraksham vishnoho drakshyami aham mukham. He says, my birth has become fruitful today. And this is an auspicious dawn for my night because I am going to have the darshan of the most beautiful lotus face of Bhagavan today. In a very beautiful Madhura Geetam, our Guru Maharaj also sings, Gurunathar Charanathai Adaindu Adaikalam Pugandu Tundu Seidu Vaalthidum நாளெல்லாம் நல்ல நாளே நாமம் சொல்லிடும் நாளெல்லாம் நல்ல நாளே. The day on which we approach our Guru Maharaj for the first time and surrender unto him is an auspicious day. Indeed, the day in which we connect to Bhagavan in any form by chanting his divine names or attending satsangs or listening to his stories, in whichever way makes that day auspicious or dharmic, so Bhagavan is called Vrishahi.
Vrishabhaya Namaha.
Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padal says, Varshatyesha bhaktebhyaha kaman iti vrishabhaha. Bhagavan showers all that a devotee desires from Bhagavan, so Bhagavan is called Vrishabhaha. Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Evam abhigacchato bhavadagdhan varshati iti Vrishabhaha. When those who are scorched by the fire of samsara approach him, Bhagavan showers his grace on them, so Bhagavan is called Vrishabhaha. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Prahlada says, Chitram tavyehitam aho amitayoga maya leela visishta bhuvanasya visharadasya sarvatmanaha samadrusho vishamasvabhavo bhaktapriyo yadasi kalpataru svabhavaha. He says, just like a kalpaka vriksha or a wish-yielding tree which bestows all the desired objects on those who seek it, Bhagavan also showers his grace on his devotees who approach him. So Bhagavan is called Vrishabhaha.
विष्णवे नमः।
Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada quotes Sri Vyasacharya from Mahabharata and says, Vishnuhu Vikramanath. He says Bhagavan is called Vishnuhu because he pervades everything. Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Evam Varshan Viveshti iti Vishnuhu. He says Bhagavan is called Vishnuhu because he pervades all things, showering his grace. He further says, Taistaihi upakaraihi adhikena bhagavata nyunana svavyatiriktana avina bhavaha tarkika prasiddha atra vyaptihi abhimata. He says there is an inseparable connection between Bhagavan and others, just like there is an inseparable connection between fire and smoke. But fire can exist without smoke. Similarly, Bhagavan is different and superior from the rest of us because he renders aid to all.
वृषपर्वणे नमः।
Vrisha means dharma and parva means steps. So Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada says, Vrisha Rupani Sopana Parvani Ahuhu Param Dhama Arurukshoho Ityata Vrisha Parva. Since one has to take the steps of dharma to reach the supreme abode, Bhagavan is called Vrisha Parva. Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Vrishaha Varnashrama Dharmaha Te Tadaroha Parvani iti Vrisha Parva. He says, Vrishaha means Varnashrama Dharma and they are the steps to reach Bhagavan, so Bhagavan is called Vrisha Parva.
वृषोदराय नमः।
As we have been seeing in the previous names discussed, Vrisha means Dharma. So in Vrishodara, Vrisha means Dharma and Udara means belly. Since Bhagavan has Dharma as his belly, Bhagavan is called Vrishodara. Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada says, Prajaha Varshativodaramashyeti Vrishodaraha. It is in Bhagavan's belly that this entire universe is contained during Pralaya, and it is from his belly that everything originates again during creation. So Bhagavan is called Vrishodara. Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Aradhakanam yatha labdha haviradibihi supuratvena sarvarthaspadattvena dharmikodaratvat Vrishodaraha. Since Bhagavan is the one with a belly that receives the offerings of all dharma, like the oblations during yajna, etc., Bhagavan is called Vrishodara. When those in distress resort to Bhagavan, he keeps them in his belly and protects them. So also Bhagavan is called Vrishodara.
वर्धनाय नमः।
Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada says, Vardhayati iti Vardhanaha. Bhagavan is the one who nourishes all, so Bhagavan is called Vardhanaha. Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Matravat tan udare kritva vardhayati iti Vardhanaha. Like a mother, Bhagavan keeps all the beings in his womb and nourishes them, so Bhagavan is called Vardhanaha. In a very beautiful kirtan, Kshemam Kuru Gopala, Sri Narayana Tirthar sings, Shikshita Suragana Rakshita Nija Jana Kukshi Sthita Aneka Koti Loka Palana. He says, Kukshi Sthita Aneka Koti Loka Palana. So Bhagavan is called Vardhanaha.
वर्धमानाय नमः।
Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padal says, Prapancha Rupena Vardhata iti Vardhamanaha. Bhagavan grows or multiplies himself in the form of universe, so Bhagavan is called Vardhamanaha. Sri Parashar Bhattar says, Tan Vardhayan Swayamapi Vardhate iti va evam prayehi aparyavasyat samruddhihi iti va Vardhamanaha. As Bhagavan nourishes and makes others grow, Bhagavan also grows. So he is called Vardhamanaha. And in spite of bestowing everything on everybody, Bhagavan still keeps growing, and so Bhagavan is called Vardhamanaha.
Viviktaya Namaha.
Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padal says, Itham Vardhamanopi Prithageva Tishtati iti Viviktaha. Though Bhagavan pervades this entire universe, he remains unique and distinct. So Bhagavan is called Viviktaha. Sri Parashar Bhattar says, Evam Sarva Lokottara Swaikanta Vrittantatvat Viviktaha. Bhagavan's activities are extraordinary and superior to all others, so Bhagavan is called Viviktaha.
Shruti-sagaraya Namaha.
Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padal says, Shrutayaha Sagara Ivatra Nidhiyanta iti Shruti Sagaraha. Bhagavan is the ocean of Shrutis or scriptural texts. That is, Shrutis rest in Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is called Shruti Sagaraha. Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Evam prakara guna pravananam shrutinam sagara iva saridoghanam parama paryavasana bhumihi iti shruti sagaraha. Just as the final destination for all rivers is ocean, Bhagavan is the receptacle of all Vedas, so Bhagavan is called Shruti Sagaraha. Srimad Bhagavatam also says, Narayana Paraveda Deva Narayanangajaha Narayana Paraloka Narayana Paramakhaha. It says, the Vedas speak only about Narayana and he is the final destination for all the Vedas, so Bhagavan is called Shruti Sagaraha. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe.